Feeling pretty good overall about the lift. I mean, it was done on an off day.
2 years ago, 60 pounds heavier, struggling to find time. Today, multiple workouts per week from my home gym. Let's be better.
Still just 9 on those, but got closer to 10. Whew. Dang. All right, hopefully next week we'll have 10 to 10. Next exercise. It's one rep higher than last week. The thing is, I got 9. What's that 2 last week? We'll see how that goes. Eight. Woo! Didn't get more volume this week, but got more consistency across the sets. So, there's a silver lining. Whew. Oh. Let's get to the lateral raises. So. Whew. Whew. Rest a second. So. Whew. Whew. This feels good. I'm feeling really good about progress that I've been making on those. And just like, the width of my shoulders. Definitely can tell a difference, over the past year. So, very happy with that. Now, move on to cable rows and move some really heavy weight. Gotta say, I am fairly happy with the performance today, specifically, so far. But all in all this week, it has been a rough week for sleep. I was looking actually at my hours of sleep for the week. I think there was only one day that was around 7 hours. Every other day was like less than 6. So it's just been a rough week for sleep. Things that are my fault, like staying up late, but also just like kids and everything. So very happy with the amount of work I've been able to put in. Hopefully that stuff sustains through next week, since recovery has probably been crap. But today specifically, I liked it. I did get 7 hours of sleep last night. So that is good from an energy perspective. But I had breakfast and lunch yesterday, and those were both big meals, so I didn't eat dinner. So I'm working out fasted, which is normal, but even more fasted than usual. And so being able to still rep out these heavy weights and beat performance last week, whenever it would have been more of my normal setup, is good. Okay. Uh, 11. Okay. So I got one more rep. Then last week on that first set, matched it on the second set. Still doing good. That means I still have a few more weeks with the 250 before I have to figure out another exercise to do because I can't fit any more weight on the cable stack. So, 8, 9, 10, 10. Whew. Oh. Eight. Rest a second. Crap. Eight again. Oh well. Oh well. I'd rather have growth on the heavier lift at the incline. So if my chest is cooked from that and one set of the flies, it is what it is. But I will say the 10 felt a lot better than it did last week. So I feel like I probably will be able to get 11 next week at least. So I don't think it's like I'm not progressing. I think it's just this exercise with the isolation post a heavy compound lift is just growing slower because the compound lift is growing. I don't know if that like is scientifically accurate, but I mean, it makes sense if you're trying to think about like, energy and where your muscular energy goes based on where it's at in the lift. So makes sense. But anyway, next lift. 50. Ooh, yeah. Probably could have gotten another set or two, or rep or two there. Which I know. That's not optimal. You need to take it closer to failure. Within 3 reps in reserve, like fail to 3 reps in reserve. I feel like there's probably no difference. So instead of going all the way to failure, because I know my biceps will give out quickly, I'm going to pull it back a little bit on that first set. Still push it hard, you know, within 3, somewhere between fail and 3 reps in reserve. And then, hopefully on the second set, that means if I push it all the way to failure, which is what I'll do, I should get more volume than I did last week. I think it all will come out in the wash, like either way you do it, probably. But I like this way because it like lets me see kind of some week to week progress. At least on this rep, at least on these exercises. This exercise, I should say. Okay, set 2. Oh. 12. 0 reps in reserve there, which is exactly what I wanted. Well, that or failure, but I prefer 0 reps. Really good progress on those. Got more reps on the first set, more reps on the second set. So we're now at 15 and 12. So I've got to keep that first set at 15. I need to be progressing that second set until I get 2 sets of 15. And then we'll move up to the 40-pound dumbbells. And that'll be really interesting. I've never been able to rep 40-pound dumbbells, especially not on preacher curls. Maybe like standing bicep curl, but probably was swinging it real bad whenever I would rep that. But means should be getting good growth on my biceps. We'll see probably at the end of the maintenance phase in January. I'll probably measure, you know, arms, chest, stomach, thighs to see baseline. Like, all right, this is where we're starting post like a real long, like 2-year cut, and then post about 2-ish months of maintenance calories where my weight stayed roughly around 190, and we'll get a baseline. So that way by the time I'm at the end of the cut, we'll kind of know, hey, biceps were this big, now they're this big. I expect them to probably get smaller just because, well, I don't know. I don't have much fat on my arms. So hopefully they won't get any smaller. But especially like the chest and the stomach, kind of see, and thighs, see where that stuff ends up. Ugh. Whew. Take a breather. Those aren't like very like taxing, but it's probably good practice to just take a second. Make sure your breath is caught up. Ugh. Oh. Oh. That was definitely too failure. Well, I guess technically it would be 1 rep in reserve. Or 0 reps in reserve. But no matter what, I think it gave it a decent tricep pump. Decent work on the triceps. Okay. Let's get a little bit of motion on the abs, and then we'll be done for the week. feeling pretty good overall about the lift. I mean, it was done on an off day because I just did not have the energy after like 3 hours of sleep yesterday to get a lift in at any point. So came in on an off day, got some good work in, very happy with it. Good progress on multiple lifts. So again, feeling really good about it. And we'll be back next week once again, starting with push. So hopefully we'll see some very good progress on flat bench, flat barbell bench. We'll move some really heavy weight, maybe get 2 sets of 8 and be able to move up to rep in 225. But until then, to everyone who has watched this far, thank you. If you are not subscribed already, make sure to hit that subscribe button, like the video. Especially if you're a busy dad, make sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video. And until next time, make sure to remember to lift hard, track progress, and be better. I'll see you at the next lift.